all I keep hearing is, welcome back, my friends, to the fuckery that never ends. I'm just teasing. 11, got dishes done. Checking out that fabric that I got. I got my bed full of all these, not Ziploc bags, but vacuum seal bags with my stuff in. I gotta suck the air out of it, get those put away, bring that in, do this, do that. We've got a lot of stuff to do today, my friends. You know, I was just thinking how 44, how nice it is not to have that monkey on my back, so to speak. Of drugs, you know. How fucking nice it is. Now it's just coffee. Coffee's the monkey. Not my monkey, not my zoo. Anyway, yeah, I was kind of getting, as I was walking back in from outside, that, and I remember I was saying to myself, like, really, what it is, what it is, what do you want to know about me? I feel like I've said everything pretty much. I'm not for sure, but, come inside. Welcome back, my friends. I'm going to have to fucking look that up. Who sings that? The Who? Is it The Who? I'm not for sure. We'll find out when I look it up, though, won't we? Won't we, Felicia? Felicia reminded me of Felicio. That's funny. This is horrible, but I was hearing, oh yeah, slobbing on the knob. I got to get a drink of my water. You know, when I sit here in this bed and I think about all the things I need to do, and then I still sit here and I sit and I sit and I think about all I need to do, but when you just get up and just do it without thinking, without putting my human into it, things get done. It's a beautiful day outside today. For it being, well, I guess winter's really not until what, December 21st or something? But yeah, so I'm wearing pants that have a hole in the knee. Got a holy knee. And my knee backs. Man, you don't realize when you're in the thick of it, right? When it comes to doing a substance, how it controls your life. 333, whether anyone wants to admit it or not. For me, I can only speak for me, so please, allow me to introduce myself. I've been a lot of things. And I've been around for a long, anyway. You know, we really can't know, 404, what we have overcome or how things were until we have a contrast to it. Right? You know, I did drugs and alcohol for all my life. All my life. Well, off and on the drugs, you know, and the alcohol as well. But, you know, my formative years, they're all formative years, really, if you think about it, 444. You know, looking back on things, looking back on your life, if you can look back on your life and go, fuck, look how far I've come. That probably the only time we should revisit those things, depending on what the situation calls for, right? Let's all finish doing this stuff. You know, and I was going to come on here and say, you know, what kind of things would you guys like to hear about? You know, would you like me to get down and dirty about? You know? Or I guess I could just keep going the way I go. Ooh, I like this. I like this. I'm going to talk about this because I just turned to it. And if you guys have been watching my videos, then you know, you never know what you're going to get. Then there's that. I don't know. I think if I was watching somebody like me, that's the part I would love the most. But, you know, I'm one of a kind and I'm weird. I'm unique, eccentric. So I have written here, and this was on 12/6/24, Friday. It says, it's like this, ... We need, oh, I already talked about this, didn't I? We need air to breathe, right? Let's see what this little book says here. We need air to breathe for life, and we need food for life as well, also water. Our lungs have to function to inhale and exhale for oxygen for us to live. The human, too, and then I crossed it out. What? To live, to survive, or whatever, right? The soul seems more mechanical in a sense. It doesn't perceive or see things the way a human does. Humans feel, have compassion, and etc. So we plant, harvest, prepare our food with our human, stay young, living, to eat, to live. Okay. Interesting. How does that equate to nothingness? Oh, this is the art of nothingness. Because we are living just like air we breathe, provided by, got a notification, the trees, plants, flowers, bees, butterflies, dragonflies, snakes. Every living thing made of nature has and serves a purpose. But the human. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Too angry, I get it. Oh, yeah. So this is interesting because it's like we look at life as living instead of surviving. I want to flip that around. Most of us look at life, we're surviving. Anyway, our inner world has begun to work for the outer world. It truly can be and is that simple. Do whatever it is you need to do to prove it wrong. Okay? Say like this. You don't believe or think it's hogwash about, say, water affirmations, meditating, grounding, being grateful, whatever your woo-woo thing is. Pick one thing that you would be amazed that would work and do it for a month or two. See, you'll be watching to see if it works. No, not thinking. I like that. Save it for later. No, incorporating it in with the rest of it, or rather the opposite. Two ways to look at things. I say there is an even higher way of looking at things, the third way. Outside the box, bird's eye view, etc. highest of the nest or rest. Highest of the rest. Few with this consciousness, and those are in being shown gold, being shown gold, esteem, high council, high esteem, ancient gods, I heard. Had to change to lower G. The way it was given to me was loud and with authority, demanded respect, hence the capital G. Wouldn't love have no ranks? Why always being shown ranks? Certain bloodlines. I get it. That's a human thing and doesn't really matter. Except if humans have another life on planet Earth. I don't know. I'm done for now. So it's like the art of nothingness. I don't know if any of this is, none of this makes sense to me. I mean, it will here in a minute, probably, I'm sure. So the art of nothingness, right? I guess it's saying, the birds and all these things, they don't have to think things to death to just be, to live. Except for humans. We want to complicate shit. We want to get our human involved. We want to get our mind all set up on everything, And, hold on. If I don't write done, then I'll repeat it. This is probably a repeat anyway. I might not have wrote done before. Why is there so much? Okay. The art of nothing, like not getting our human involved. Hold on, let me go back to this. The soul seems more mechanical. It's like seeing people that are walking around balanced. They're not too emotional, maybe, one way or another way. It's the soul. It's the human that brings the drama into it, right? We can use our words certain ways, our body movements, our tones of voice. That's where the feelings and the emotions come in, because how I view it from my perspective, from my soul, it's almost mechanical, like we are a robot. It's the human that has all these other things. That's why some of us, if you feel, all I can do is speak for myself. So, yeah, just being, thank you. Let it be. So, if we want, all right, hold on. Let me take a beat and circle back. It's like being a soul, that part of God, and coming into a human being, in learning what it's like to be human, and then coming back home to yourself. Not being able to have an understanding of all these emotions and why humans do what they do, think the way they think, and shit like that, right? Hence the mechanical, right? The soul seems more mechanical, doesn't perceive or see things the way a human does. The art of nothingness, the art of keeping your mind, your limited thinking, your limited beliefs, your BS out of it. And I just want to live. I don't want to survive. I survived for 55 years. Survival mode, fight or flight, backed up in a corner, because if your back's against a corner, no one can sneak up behind you. living that way your whole life. You know, I was explaining to my son when I was on my way to this place. He's like, Mom, you got to be mindful of your surroundings. I said, son, I'm innately that way because that's how I always live my life. So it's just of me. It's not anything I have to concentrate on and focus on and look at. It just is. What I need to know, I'll know. It's because I lived it. It's subconscious. It's a mechanical mechanism for me. It's a learned behavior for my benefit. You know, and I was talking with this gentleman, well, not really speaking, but emailing or whatever, and it was like, you know, I'm sorry and I'm sorry, you know, you had to live all that. I don't really look at it that way. I'm sorry I had to live through all those things. I'm thankful for it, and I'm blessed, and I have lots of gratitude, because I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't be able to survive in any situation. My human reacts to things because it was a learned behavior. It was a learned way of being. So I have that in my arsenal. That's interesting, arsenal, right? I could walk around, love, light, la, 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 and someone could come at me, and I go into a different mode instantly without thought. It's there. There's just that third way of looking at things, right? There's our perspective. There's someone else's perspective, right? Then there's the bird's eye view outside, you know, the control group looking down at everything and seeing a third view. Third eye view. I love it. Third eye view. Isn't that cute? Third eye view. Of looking at things. Of looking at life. Now I like things better. Have you noticed? Please, if you haven't watched that video, watch that Have You Noticed video, because there's some great information in there, I believe, about, you know, I'm getting chills, about the changes that one's overcoming, that you've overcome, that you're working on. Oh, I got chills. I got chills. They're multiplying. Yeah. Then there's that. The third eye view of things. Seeing things outside of the box. Getting a higher perspective. A higher vision. Got all this stuff and things. I have all the stuff and things, baby. I have all the stuff and things. Yeah, we make plans and God laughs. So frickin' on point. Ooh, I love this. Poetry in motion. That's beautiful. This stuff I can't share with you guys yet. She blinded me with science. One man's trash is a whole community's treasure. See, the falsity of things is that we need money to do things. Necessarily, I don't think, I mean, depending on what it is you're going for, I'd like to get out of the Monopoly game. I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm over it. I'm not a child. You know? It's poetry in motion. She blinded me with science. When she turned her eyes to me, blinded me with science. I don't know. We're at 20 minutes, so we'll just go ahead and stop. I was going to pull a couple cards, but fuck it. I ain't feeling it right now. Anyway, you're seeing things from the third eye view, which is different than everyone else around you, right? If you're in a dark place, you're the only light that some people will ever see. We've spoke about this, I'm sure, many times. I'm sure you hear it all over the place. But have you ever thought for a second, it's you? Change your situation. I don't know how. Yeah, think about it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Or reach out to somebody who you like to listen to, who you like to talk to, who makes sense. Reach out to people that how you want to be. There's an aspect or something of them, how they're living, not surviving, but living their lives that you want to be like, and reach out and speak to them. How'd you do that? Have you always been that way? Or did you come about being that way? I'm curious. Cashless society. Seeds and things like that. And, you know, haters are going to hate. If you don't have haters, then you're not doing something right. Is what they always say, right? I kind of, you know, I take heat on that because it's like, you must be doing something right if people are hating on you. Sucks to be on the other end of that, but, you know, the evolved being that 2222 that you have become, that are becoming, you could just chuckle to yourself. Like I said to the guys as I was walking outside to go take a couple hits off my skig, right? Was humans, yeah. Kill them all. God will sort them out. Not me to do that, but just, you know, what's coming, right? It's the end. That song's been playing in my head, too. It's REM, I think. It's the end of the world as you know it, and I feel fine. Although it does scare the fucking hell out of me because it's poetry in motion. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm going to go. My name is Sirena, and we are Neo, the New Earth Order, creating an oasis of peace and love and living, not surviving, but living life as we're meant to. Peace. Oh, yeah, I want to say this. I was saying this to a gentleman. Well, I wouldn't call him a gentleman necessarily, but to somebody that was over here. And I said, you know, I was telling it to both of them. I said, you know, if everybody just did better for themselves, I don't remember how I said it, but basically it boils down to this. If every person just took care of themselves and be the best that they can be, that's not how I said it. Fuck. Anyway, you're getting the gist of it. Even if they didn't help no one else, if they just helped themselves, the whole world would be a different place if everybody just focused on their human and being the best person they can be. It's poetry in motion. Almost flipped you off. Peace.